Hello guys, this is Dr. Manikam. In this video, we're going to talk about the dietary habits of the famous actor Bobby Deol, the animal fame. Our gut is like so angry and ferocious like the actors in animal movies. So we are going to find out how to calm it down based on the dietary habits of our favorite Bobby Deol. Let's dive deep into it.
नाश्ता ज़्यादातर मैं I eat eggs.
So as you all know, eggs are a wonderful source of protein. I absolutely love eggs. During my weight loss journey, I used to have egg almost on a daily basis, especially the egg white because it has decreased cholesterol and also it is a good source of protein, low calorie, high protein snack. It doesn't mean that you cannot eat the egg yolk at all. I used to eat at least one egg yolk every day. So it's just that in few patients who have high cholesterol levels, if you keep eating egg yolks, the cholesterol levels might add up if your other dietary intake is also rich in fat. So in general, overall, having one egg yolk per day is not a bad thing at all. Whole boiled eggs, I absolutely love it, but the problem is how people are cooking their eggs. They are frying the eggs as if there is no tomorrow. We just don't know whether the yolk is in the center or oil is in the center. Have you seen people making egg burji these days? They add dollop of butter, cheese, oil. If we keep doing this, the hen will be heated up with so much anger that the eggs are coming out will already be boiled. Then the hen will ask, "Ipa eppadi burji பண்ணுவ?"
And when I'm trying to control my carb intake, then I don't eat bread with it.
So I like when he says that, he's adjusting the carbs intake accordingly, which means that he has put in so much effort already to understand his macros, how much is carbs, how much is proteins, how much is fats. Look at him, he is physically fit, which means that he has gone through the journey in the past. For people like me who wants to build on muscles, the first thing is to make sure what kind of macros that is going inside your body. The first bottom line is to understand how much amount of carbs that you're taking on a daily basis. We see many people when they work out a lot, they increase the carb content. When we don't work out a lot, we need to decrease the carb content. But what we are all doing is that when we don't work out a lot, we are increasing the carb content and doing the exact opposite. So this takes time, this takes education. You need to understand how much amount of carbs, protein, fats are present in each and every food. And that's why apps like MyFitnessPal, I'm not related to that in any way. And also in Google will teach you what is the nutrition aspect of a particular ingredient. I want you to find out how much calories, how much macros are present in one laddu. And the comment will say it depends on the size of the laddu. I think these guys are Saravana Kumar channel subscribers. I saw Bobby Deol dancing for that song, Jamal Jamal Jamale Jamal Kudu. I'm not sure whether I'm singing it right, but the music is along the same lines. In that song, he balances a small glass on the top of the head, exactly similar to how he's balancing the carbs every day.
But there's a period where I want to eat carbs that I'll have 2 slices of toast with eggs, or I'll have oats.
So let's talk about oats for a minute. Oats is a type of a cereal grain, comes from a family of plants. The grain comes from the edible seeds of oat grass. The biggest advantage of oats is the complex fiber, which our gut bacteria absolutely loves it. They will have a party. I like steel cut oats because the oats have been sliced into 2 or 3 smaller pieces, which makes it easier to cook. But the problem comes when the oats are mixed with added sugar. That's where your instant oats come in. Limited amount is okay. People say that oats is carbohydrate rich. Yes, it is rich in carbohydrates, but it is rich in good carbs. Remember, carbs are not that bad at all. The beta glucan fiber in oats is the main ingredient which is controlling the glucose levels in a slower fashion so that insulin has more time to act. Again, moderation comes to play because even if you have like large amounts of steel cut oats, my friend Saravana Kumar eats highly processed instant oats for breakfast, lunch and dinner because of his New Year resolution, thinking that he is eating healthy food. High glycemic index has taken a resolution to give him diabetes this year. Poor guy, he doesn't know.
Lunch, usually I'll have grilled chicken with greens. And those are the days when I'm really trying to control.
Grilled chicken and greens. Now I know that why he is so muscular. Look at the vein in his arms. It looks like almost a tennis court that people can play tennis on both sides. Whenever you talk about any kind of bodybuilding, you listen to any bodybuilder, they keep talking about grilled chicken and veggies, grilled chicken and veggies, because grilled chicken is a very good lean source of protein. Veggies will give you a lot of fiber. Remember, fiber is the mantra of the channel. Protein is absolutely critical as well. My friend Saravana Kumar's wife Tirupura Sundari gets very creative by arranging the tandoori chicken on the plate in the center and dresses the periphery with lots of vegetables. My friend Saravana Kumar comes, undresses all the vegetables and then discards it, pounces upon the chicken right away. One good thing is he uses lemon though, but he uses at the end when he's using the finger bowl to wash his hand.
Chicken with greens, and those are the days when I'm really trying to control, but when I'm not controlling, I love my home food. Lauki ki sabzi, gajar, dal, all these kind of things. You have to eat normal because you've grown up eating normal kind of food. So when you keep doing certain kinds of diets, it's not very healthy to carry them on for too long. So you should do it for a certain period and then go off it and eat what you ate and grew up with.
Gajar dal is carrot lentils. When I was Googling, I was thinking that this word might mean some kind of dessert, some kind of unhealthy food. He is saying even this itself is not that normal. I don't want you to be that disciplined, okay? Please include lots of complex fibers and vegetables. If Bobby Deol sees the plate of my friend Saravana Kumar, he will have a heart attack.
For dinner, it's again when I'm trying to control, I'll again eat grilled chicken with greens, or I'll have fish.
So he keeps saying that when he's in control, which means that every one of us will have ups and downs. So we need to understand our body, understand the process, how we are going to cope up with this up and down, and then figure out a way whenever we are down, we don't go overboard. And one good thing I like about him is he added fish as well. I love fish and I include as much as possible. The problem comes when you're frying the fish with too much oil. Less oil, more fish. Good combination. Also, there is no point of making the fish swim in the oil, okay? It is already swimming in the water. You don't have to make it swim in the oil as well. For every backstroke that you are giving to the fish with oil, your stroke risk is increasing. I told my patient Aragasamy, fish oil is good for your heart and brain. He started frying the fish and make the fish swim in the oil.
And otherwise, ghar ka khana.
See, one thing I really cannot understand is he is thinking ghar ka khana is when he's not following things strict. And look at the ghar ka khana ingredient. Lentils, squash. Hey, how are you this disciplined, man? If it was me, I'll combine both chicken, greens, lauki and gajar.
यार नींद ही नहीं आती यार, मैं क्या बताऊँ. I try to sleep as much as I can sleep, but I usually end up sleeping 4 to 5 hours.
4 to 5 hours, I can't believe this because he has so much amount of muscle. If you don't sleep properly, you're not going to build muscle. Sleep is absolutely critical in building muscle. The only way that he must have built up muscle with 4 to 5 hours of sleep is that he must have overcompensated by working 4 to 5 hours in the gym during the day. So Mr. Bobby Deol, I want you to come back to your sleep routine. It is more important than your comeback in Bollywood.
I wish I could sleep for at least 7 hours, but somehow...
Thank you so much. I like him. I like him a lot. 7 hours of quality sleep, absolutely critical.
Actually, I'm not someone who's very fond of fruits, but I try to have basically apples and bananas, but otherwise, somehow when I was younger, I used to eat a lot of fruits. I used to drink like orange juice 4 or 5 times in a day. But it's too much sugar in that, so you should avoid that.
Wow, I'm glad that he mentioned that orange juice is not a fruit. Everybody is drinking 1 cup of orange juice every day thinking that they're adding fiber. All they're adding is sugar to the juice and no fiber at all because it has been stripped off completely. So remember, at least 1 fruit per day. Remember about your gut bacteria. Your gut bacteria loves fruits. Even if you're a diabetic, you can have low glycemic index fruits like strawberries, blueberries, blackberries. All these fruits have low glycemic index, which will give you fiber, which your gut bacteria will like, which will help you reverse diabetes eventually. In the animal movie, he was looking deadly with the knife, but in the real life, he's using the knife to cut apples and bananas.
I love seafood. I love almost everything from the sea.
He looks like my friend Saravana Kumar. He also loves seafood. He sees food and he eats it. Seafood is a wonderful source of lean protein. Only problem is how you are cooking it.
But I love sushi and I love pomfret. I love green chutney wali. In the leaf they wrap it. I love that.
Pomfret is a wonderful source of protein as well. I have told you in the previous video in terms of how I eat pomfret. The restaurant owner was like, I've never seen somebody eat pomfret like this. This is an insult to pomfret. I said, I love my gut bacteria more, that it is okay that if it looks like an insult to you. So there's a fine compromise that you're going to make. You're going to decrease the oil, decrease the taste a little bit, and you need to figure out what is that fine line for you. It varies from individual to individual. This is where mindful eating comes through. My friend Saravanan Kumar eats all types of seafood, river food, pond food, to a point that researchers don't deep dive to find species. They will ask him.
Oh, I love ghee. I have cows and buffaloes at my farmhouse.
The way that he says, I love ghee, I think that is the best thing that has ever happened to him.
And we get ghee from there, and so I love ghar ka makhan ghee. I'm very lucky. I get even fresh milk from there. So
yes, he is very lucky. We don't get fresh milk anymore that easily. If you can get fresh milk and fresh ghee, it is absolutely delicious and also healthy. Ghee is also a wonderful source of healthy fats. Again, as with any fats, 1 gram of fat contains 120 calories. So moderation is absolutely critical. But the problem is, in the restaurants, I've seen idlis sailing in the sea of ghee.
I have one in the morning, and maybe in the day I'll just have, if I feel like drinking something hot.
This is exactly, I mentioned that in my previous coffee video. I also drink 1 cup of coffee in the morning because I'm a big coffee lover. I used to drink coffee late in the evening around 3 p.m., 4 p.m. and my sleep got disturbed because the half-life of caffeine is easily more than 7 to 8 hours. So yes, coffee contains polyphenols and it might promote the growth of good gut bacteria, but disturbing your circadian rhythm, the negative side effects is more compared to the beneficial effects of polyphenol by drinking coffee late in the night. My friend Saravanan Kumar and his wife Tirupura Sundari got influenced by the coffee ad in the TV and starts drinking coffee in the morning. They think it is romantic, but they fight right after to get to the bathroom.
Cheat day. चीट करता हूँ तो चीट करके भूल भी जाता हूँ क्या चीट किया मैंने, लेकिन cheat day obviously I'll have parathas.
So he's saying that he will forget that he had a cheat day. He can forget that he had a cheat day because look at his muscles. Look at me. I don't have that much amount of muscle at all. How can I forget my cheat day? Because most of my days were cheat days in the past. The reason I'm saying that is if you build on muscles, the muscles are so hungry that even if you have a cheat meal, it will start absorbing the calories from the cheat meal as well. Sometimes I tell my patient is that if you want to eat the cheesecake, you should put the hard work to get the muscle first, and then you can eat the cheesecake in moderation because the muscles will eat the cheesecake. Especially for women, please consider lifting weights. Once you build a muscle, it is a strong foundation that will go a long way. I did a video on women lifting weights and asked the subscriber to share to their mom, sister and wife and make sure that they start lifting weights at least 3 times a week. That video was forwarded by my friend Saravanan Kumar to all his girlfriends and he has asked them to join his gym.
Dessert. My favorite dessert is creme brulee actually.
Creme brulee, it is a custard-based dessert originated in France, Spain and England area. It has heavy cream, sugar, egg yolks, salt and vanilla. Basically nothing good. The only good thing about this is the taste. A 250 gram of creme brulee has 285 calories with 7 grams of fat, 46 grams of sugar and 0 fiber. So if it was up to me, I will take one and I'll split it into 2. And if you're going alone, please take a to-go box.
But वो घर पे बना नहीं सकते, उसके लिए बाहर जाना पड़ता है. लेकिन मेरे घर पे we make nice गाजर का हलवा and kheer, so I like all that. So
gajar ka halwa is carrot halwa. It is very popular in Pakistan. It contains milk, sugar, ghee. 100 grams of this contains close to 350 calories. But remember, creme brulee is done in a restaurant, which means that we do not have any control over the ingredients. Usually the calories are 1.5 times to 2 times more. If given an option, I will prefer carrot halwa in small quantities. My Bengali friend Abhijit Chakraborty goes for a short walk right after a meal because I wanted him to walk after a meal meal. He walks into the kitchen and take more halwa. So Bobby Deol is 54 years old. He looks so young. He looks so fit. I have a strong feeling that he has taken care of his diet. He has worked out throughout his life. We can do the same thing as well, probably not acting in the animal movie, but at least a little bit try to match his habits by including good quality protein, good amount of fiber. One bad thing about this is he is not sleeping well, so we will sleep well, at least 7 hours of quality sleep. We will build that muscle so that we can also have a lot more cheat days like him. I hope you're learning something from these videos. I absolutely love doing this. As usual, one belly at a time. It is absolutely important. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.